Let's go.
Obviously, a pretty good Friday for the Blues. What was the most pleasing aspect?
Oh, the consistency of the performance. Before it sort of started, I guess, obviously a very special day. We're really lucky and have enormous gratitude for being involved in this on this really special occasion, and to be able to make something that's probably a little bit bigger than the game. It's not about the 4 points. We come in a real clear purpose in this game around bringing purpose and bringing joy to others. But I think throughout the course of the week, you start to realise that it's actually not us putting smiles on their face. I think they put smiles on our face. The hardship they go through, and yet the little things they do, and just continue to keep showing up and keep putting a smile on your face. And it's worthwhile acknowledging North Melbourne Football Club. They do an amazing job being able to put this together. The whole week is pretty special. We're really grateful to them for us being a part of this, and obviously wanted to keep this as a real permanent fixture, because it's it's pretty special to be a part of. As far as the performance goes, it was a really consistent performance. So from our point of view, it's been something that we've obviously been trying to attain for a bit. Credit to the boys for being able to keep believing in what we're about, and we've been unwavering in that. And today we got to execute over the last couple of weeks. We got the win last week. This one was a little bit more impressive again. Had more even performance, and we were more consistent with the way we wanted to execute across the whole day.
Such a big dominance in clearance. What do you put that down to?
Well, other than trying to give it a focus, but to say we don't give it a focus every week anyway, especially against a team that, they are a very contested team. There are a lot of balls in their team, and it's been a real strength of theirs, so we sort of knew what was coming. But again, as I said, sometimes when you're not winning, it puts a cloud over what's going well. But what has been going well is our mids have been pretty good. Tom's been in good form. George, as you've seen, has been in good form. Now Chera has been maybe beavering around a little bit in the background. Cripper's taken his turn. So we've had a more consistent performance through our midfield, and they've sort of the last couple of weeks they've given us some real strength in there for sure.
Is that the best game you've seen George Hewett play?
He's been pretty good the last few weeks. To be fair, his season at the start has been quite amazing. So obviously had a role to do today as well, and for him to be able to execute that but still be able to have an impact in the game the way that he is, it's almost like a credit to his preparation. He's an absolute pro. No one puts more detail in his prep than George. He's a much loved man at our club, and the boys love playing with him.
How did you see the battle between two of the better ruckmen in the comp?
I thought Tom was good. I mean, that's not taking away from clearly theirs, but I think Tom sort of knew what task was coming his way. I don't like to say set himself, because the rucks are always setting themselves against one another, but he knew that obviously the impact there, together with Youngie coming in there to try and help out, give him a chop out, was going to be important in the game. So to give a few first looks to our mids, also gives a bit of drive out of there on second balls, was an important part of the game.
Is there anything in his performance from when they met last season, and what happened there?
I can't think that far. I've been trying to sort of put it aside. What I know is he broke his foot, and he punctured his lung. So I was sitting about 24 hours later in hospital with him, and and sort of season was pretty much gone from that point on. So thankfully, I can confirm he got through okay, and he will be available for next week.
What about Wittering?
He should be okay. So had a quick chat to him in there, but I'm led to believe he's okay. So nothing serious there. Yeah.
Did Williams do anything late, or was that just a cramp or something? You sort of felt for a glute or a hammy or something?
That's what tends to happen when they miss a goal, and they sort of grab other areas of the body to explain it. But no, he's just had a cramp, so he's fine. Yeah.
Did you see enough today to sort of feel that you've turned a corner?
There was a bit in it. Yeah, it was really pleasing to see. That's our most consistent performance. There's no doubt about it. Most compelling one that we've played, and I think mainly because Charlie kicked his goals, but there was a spread of forwards that were able to hit the scoreboard. It's probably not just the fact that they hit the scoreboard, it was the fact that they just bought into their jobs, and they just brought an enormous amount of pressure. And I felt like our pressure across the whole night, we really just dialed it up, and every ball that they got, we were able to put some good pressure on it. And in the end, you hope that overwhelms a team, but we're really consistent with that across the game, as well as we were with our selfless nature, the way we played. And they're continual things that we want to be known for and what we want our identity to be a part of, and we're able to do that today.
How pleasing was it to see Elijah Hollands back out there, and even Corey Durden, like guys that you just haven't had for the first few rounds?
Yeah, and look, not so much Elijah, but with Dirds, we haven't, with Motts and him playing in the same team alone, they haven't done a lot over the last 3 years that I've been here, either through form. They're only young men. So the more they can play together and be familiar with their roles and bounce off one another, as you can see, they like kicking it to one another. They live in the same household, so they're really close. And I sort of see Will White as well come in as well and sort of buy into that energy. Zach kicking goals as well, but just the pressure and energy they brought today, I thought was really. They got the rewards, but I was just really impressed with the selfless nature that they went about the game.
You take us inside the decision to drop Sam Doherty.
Oh, well, I guess to measure up against the guys that are in the team and performance, and so ultimately that's what it comes down to, the role and the performance, and I've been really clear with Sam about where he is, and he will play a big part for us throughout the season. There's no doubt about that.
Cripps kicked a good goal on his left. Will you be playing him more forward going on in the
Maybe.
season?
I think he actually was trying to centre that, but he's going to claim the goal anyway. Look, it's one of those ones I think, in terms of sharing the load and being able to just share it across the whole team, it's obviously an important part. We're not sort of bound by it, but it's certainly something we can go to if we need to. Not having, I guess, that extra tall down there leans to him being able to do that if we need it. But having more goal kickers, that's obviously something that we'd love to be able to get in our side.
Is Harry tracking okay for potential return next
Yeah, he is. Yes, yeah. So he's been back at the club and he's been training fine. So he was there with you yesterday, wasn't he? Was Harry was there with you yesterday? That's where you gave him gifts. So he was well and truly got his training done. I think he trained really well today. So he'll follow all the protocols he needs to, but if he ticks all those boxes, then he'll be available.
Jacob was the knee, wasn't it? Clarifying.
Couldn't even tell you. Shin, knee, yeah, upper area. So I'm told there's nothing in it. So we'll have a look at that if we need to.
One more up the back here, Bossy from Callum.
Hello, mate.
How would you rate their playing out of 10?
Would I rate their playing out of 10 today? I would say, great question, really good question. I'll give them an 8, maybe an 8.5. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So they're pretty consistent. What would you rate it at?
9.
Okay, all right. So I'm unders, but I'm coach, so I'm grumpy, so you can go there. Thank you. Thanks for that. Well done. You're good. Well done. Good work. Let's go.